My portable monitor seems to be not wanting to work. Of course. Over the years, what's happening? How you doing? Little baby time? I may pull a whatnot and just start throwing stuff this morning. Multitasking at its finest. Maybe the label printer's soothing. Let me try this bad boy plug-in over here. Maybe that's the problem. Well, the problem would be me, because you would think that you could just start labeling stuff. There we go. All right, there's one problem down. Not even a problem, it's just a hiccup. And I set you up last night that you're supposed to toggle. No. Good morning, whoever else joined. We're just finishing up some technical difficulties with the slideshow. Because, I didn't test it on the actual monitor it was going to. Timothy. Why aren't you toggling? You think I do this stuff for a living? Sorry, everybody. Give me just another minute. Skeen, what's happening? Good morning. Starting off with a little technical difficulty. Oh, Siri, don't even start. Creepy. Nothing will make me paranoid. Like the A word and the S word. listening in on my conversations. And nobody got to hear that crazy stuff. Oh, that was Ben. I'm like, what is going on? See, I don't have enough coffee in my system to handle that paranoia. I'm like, what just happened? My phone just yelled at me. I'm always watching. Oh, this is lovely. Just play the slides. No, I don't want to record it. Oh. Well, we're going to have some coffee and cards here in a little bit. So grab your coffee. We are going to do some card trivia. We're adding a little segment here that isn't working very well. I'm not going to manually do it. Cha-ching! Gotta love that sound. That sound that you just heard is my continual FeeBay push. With every purchase that I'm getting on eBay, I push materials to come over to District with my coupon code and just saying, come get better deals. And I had my first sale from FeeBay to District. Oh, not that one. Come on, isn't this supposed to be like AI generated or something? Just do it. Oh, I'm going to break it. I'm going to break it, everybody. An MJ line or Nike? What did I say? I'm going to break it. Oh, just I'm a little slow. No, just play the slides. That's just play the slides. Oh my gosh, not a custom show. Loop. Loop. Loop all slides. This is brutal. I apologize. It's probably more entertaining to sit here me and play with technology. And I'm one of those people that if anybody has problems like this, I just want to be like, bro, push him out of the way and grab the mouse. Oh. You put it in a section that I don't like. No, that would be 20 minutes probably. Let's see if that works. That's good. As long as I can entertain somebody. Loops. Ah! See? Wow, that's fast. Why did it skip over one? All right, this is close enough. All right. So now that we went through that mess, I'll explain what we're doing here. Um, so every week, uh, we're gonna have people present cards that they're wanting to try to get rid of. My goal is to have some, lower end to higher end cards on display, and just continue to go through what is going on. Why isn't it moving again? Um, to continue to help people. You got to be kidding me. No, I want all slides. They put a time frame on one of the slides. Oh. Oh. Well, I know what's going on. I was in the wrong duration section. Ha! This is fun. I love PowerPoint. All right, we're going to start from the beginning now. Now it should be working. The slides will move every 20 seconds. All right. So what we asked MBB sellers to do is send me a card that they're trying to move, that they want highlighted. Yes, that would be a good meeting. And it didn't work. I'm going to just manually do it. I'm going to manually do it. That's what I'm going to do, because I don't want to get banned from district for losing my mind, and I don't want to throw around stuff. All right, so for example, oh my god, Twitch. That is perfect. That is what I am internally doing right now, just over and over and over again. All right. So here, for example, who sent me this? That's going to be the other problem. So I probably need to make a note on here of whose card it is. A nice little uptown, and it's not just an uptown. If you look down there, it's out of 25. And the whole idea is this: is we can help people move some cards that are a little bigger. Hey, maybe rack us a cool gift for people who win card trivia. And maybe moving card trivia to not just a week, get a couple cards from me, but maybe having an every four show like overall winner, keeping track that way. So it could be fun, could be something a little different. It may not work, but I'm always up for trying something different, getting people in here, having a little fun, talking about cards. A couple other ideas I have is bring a difficult card to comp, and we'll comp it live. I'll show you my process and how I go through and comp difficult cards. when there's nothing out there. Could be a little fun. Could be boring. Just a little card me talking about, or a little something different, and not just me talking to myself. A little more engaging. Not just trying to throw cards at you. With that being said, but there's more. So I thought it would be cool. So we do dollar stacks around here. Instead of switching it up, I'm going to do dollar stacks, but with card trivia. So as we go through, these are all dollar cards. And if you can say, hey, I want that card, just after you name the player, say claim that last name's player. So two games. Yes, like a superfractor. I will walk you through. The first one I would do is walk you through my price with the superfractor I got for Drew Brees, which was um, some. I'll keep it family friendly. Some person made a bad sale. They ended a Kurt Warner superfractor on like 3 o'clock on like a Tuesday for FeeBay, and it only sold for $200. And then that flipper put it back on FeeBay for only like $60 more. Yeah, so they can flip it. Drives me like I don't have a problem with the flip, but the one thing that I'll say, like, I love working with kids at card shows, like especially the ones that are like putting in the work, like they're learning to negotiate at a young age. And I think it's great. I think it's a great business sense. And you could tell the ones that, are watching really bad videos. And they're just wanting to turn around to just upgrade to that, which can be fine. If they're coming to your table and saying, hey, I'm doing a trade up challenge, I'm going against my friends, like I'm all about it. Like I'm going to do everything I can to help that kid out because I think it's teaching him so much more. But I had a kid come to my table, and it wasn't anything big. It was a Penix rookie base card, and it was another. It was the Cade Cunningham. So Cade Cunningham was hot at the time. It was numbered out of like 225, I want to say. And I was like, I've seen this kid at my table a lot. I'm going to cut him a break. I'm like, you know what? $7. $7 for both of them, which was a great deal in my mind. And he goes, I'll give you three. I have I have 18 of the Penix at home, and you can get them for $1 or two. Okay. Okay, so how about you go back home, go get your dollar card, and you bring it in to do whatever you want with it. Like I wanted to throw them across the room. Like I'm like, no, I just gave you a good deal on two cards because I'm being nice. I'm not going to give you this card for $1. You're coming here and you're buying two cards. You're not even looking. Like, no, not doing it. Yeah, be respectful, be good at the flip game, fine, but come up, tell the dealers what you're doing. Oh yeah, I've actually seen that quite a bit. Um, and I see what some of them are doing. Some of them don't remember. I've had kids come up to me and be like, "Hey, just so you know, I just got this one from you, but would you want to get it back for another trade up challenge? I added this to it, or I added this to it." So what I typically do is I'm a I'm a numbers junkie at times, so I typically know what I have into a card or whether I pulled it or not. No matter how many cards I have, I'm like, oh, I pulled that. I know I got that in a trade. I know I had it in a good deal. So I'll give them a good trade up challenge for a card that they have, knowing that it was a little bit better. So I try to go up a couple bucks every time, depending how often the kid comes to my table and buys cards. But yeah, it could be like I typically say, I'm like, dude, come on. I just gave you a good deal on this card. Now you're trying to give it back to me, which is fine. But remember me when you get to the higher end. I can help you out, but bring me something good too. All right, so here we go. Oh, I ruined the card trivia part. All right, here we go. Dollar stacks. Should probably put up a sign so that when people walk in, they know what's happening. And because I'm a squirrel, I don't even know if I finished what I was saying. So here we go. I know what I was doing. I was looking up whose card that was. Dan Searmack. Dan Searmack with the Uptown. Out of 25. It's got it listed for $775. It is a Butte, Clark. Derrick Henry, one of the GOATs. But beautiful card. I can drop the link in the chat, which I will probably do every once in a while anyway. Show some love. Show some sharing of the card. Put it on your socials. I'm more of an Instagram guy. I'm trying to build up the Twitter, but man, it is so hard keeping up with all the platforms. I know I could automate all the Instagrams, but I don't do it. I don't do it in advance. There's enough work to do. Not it sucks. He doesn't like good baseball teams. That's fair. Most of us don't. Most of us don't like good baseball teams. All right, now I just want to go to the live. Now we're going to have a little bit of feedback because it's not going to just mute my camera. All right, here we go. Here's Dan's card. Share, give some love, mention coffee and cards. I've talked about this before, so to all you baseball fans, I do apologize. I can't watch it anymore. Like, I don't have the attention span anymore. Yeah. We're cutting deals. We're cutting deals here. I don't have the attention span for it anymore. I forget what I'm doing. Like, I watched the women's basketball game, and when Caitlin Clark was on the bench, some of it was just brutal to watch. I'm like, you know what? Bring me back football. I want football all the time. And plus, I'm cheap, so I cancel cable outside of football season. CRS, can't remember Pooh. All right, there's a slide. I wonder how long this one will take to transition. See? You know what? Why can't it just keep on going? Why can't it just keep on going? Yep, that's what I thought you meant. All right. Here we go. 13 in the chat. So what are we doing? We are doing a little card trivia, dollar box edition, and claims. So if you know who it is, say it. You'll get a point. But if you want it, say claim after the card's been guessed. And we'll throw you an invoice, kind of like how I'm shipping out the prizes. Slowly, they're still sitting here in a stack that all I have to do is put a stamp on it. That was my other disclaimer today. Your mail was not lost. The winners have just been sitting here in a pile because of who I am as a person. And I had to remember who the name was. So, Dollar Box Edition card trivia. Here we go. First card of the day. While you eye the pretty kaboom in the back. And I believe that's up with Ben Barry. And that's a PSA 9 on Mahomes, who I believe's card prices at the beginning of the season are going to start skyrocketing because no, this is actually more modern. The slow roll. College uniform. I think he had one season as the leading rusher. Definitely a lead back for a team from the Midwest. What other hints can I give without giving it away? Negative. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, I'm not very good at college cards either. Oh, I'm skipping that one. That'll be too hard. This one will be a little easier. Dollar Box Edition of Card Trivia. Here comes the smolder. Can anybody recognize the man by his eyes? I was hoping for that. Boom, boom, you recognize the eyes. How often do you look into his eyes? Very good, very good. Bjorn Frederick on the board. That's one of the things that I always wonder. I think Russell Wilson was great in his early days. And you hear a lot of talk about how he is maybe in the locker room. Not many people talk positive about the guy. As we switch in the background from the kaboom, Patrick Mahomes, that I will also throw in the chat. And you don't know if they were always that bad in the locker room or if something happened. They let fame get to them. I just grabbed a card. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Skeen on the board. I know, right? All right. Team Heroes. See if B.R. Frederick recognizes the smolder too. Skeen got it. Goff. Skeen recognized the smolder. So if you're a Disney fan like I was or like I am and have seen the movie Rapunzel about 20 times, Flynn Rider gives the smolder. I may have watched that movie about 100 times with my daughter, maybe more. I got to look who this card is first, too. This one's a little more difficult. Little pink mosaic. And the transition will probably go within 10 seconds. This is my card on the background there. An Omega 5 out of 5 Star Wars. Mosaic pink, probably like reactive or something crazy. The number may give it away. It's switched. This man is no longer with a dolphin. Are you one with the dolphin? Do you love the dolphin? Boom! I feel like I'm sitting here thinking the name. Crassium. Crassium gets it. Giseki. Crack it. And then I wanted to say Crackium. Then I want to make up my own name no matter what. You know how I do. You know how I do. Story time after this one. And thanks for joining here. Coffee and Cards. If you're over on any other platforms like YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, come over to Midwest Box Breaks where you can chat with us, cool folks, play a little card trivia, win some PC cards from myself when I mail them, and have a coffee. Your hint is Green Bay. And it's a blue. It's a blue, everybody. Smolder. 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 Skeen gets it. I just read an article. It's very cool with what they're doing. Christian Watson was one of them. I believe it's University of Wisconsin. And even though he's still injured, what they did is they started studying the hamstring and wondering why so many hamstring injuries were happening. And what they found is that one of the hamstrings was much, much stronger than the other one. And they've been able to figure out how to cut back hamstrings injuries by evening out the hamstring muscle strength on each side with however they do that on imaging. And so even though his hamstrings were getting better, he tore something else. Dr. Jesse Morse, sports medicine. Oh, is that who did that? You know what I think the squirrel is dressed up as? I think it's B-Rad. B-Rad from Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills Gangster? Maybe not, but I'm pretty sure. I'm going to tell myself that is B-Rad. Now I got to remember who this card is. Oh, yeah. RIP to this one. Here comes the smolder. Skeen with the... He's killing it. 3 off with the RIP there. Thought maybe he was dead, huh? This one will be easy. I don't even know how I'm going to do this one. Somebody may be able to get it with just that. Montac, what's happening? Thanks for joining Coffee and Cards. Marshawn Lynch. One of my favorites. Dude cracks me up. I'm so glad he went into like doing sideline stuff and interviews. Never thought that he would go into that profession and do great interviews like he does, because I'm just here so I don't get fined. One of my favorite times in all of football television. Just every answer never didn't even phase him. And those of us just joining, dollar box card trivia. And we have on display in the background a little advertisements from some of our local sellers. We got Skeen at 4, Dan at 2, BR Frederick at 1. This one's my card, picked up on a local trade. Julio Rodriguez, SGC. This one's been pretty hard to comp. I have it at around 510 right now, I believe, which may be a little high. There's a PSA 9 that did, I think 550, but it was like a year ago. So just another card that we got out there. Another one, I'll have to remember who put this one up here. Messaged me yesterday, and I'm already forgetting. Nick Halland. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Halland. Little firework card for Caitlin Clark. She's okay. Kind of good. Could put the score down here too. That way people can see it. Here we go. Modern football dollar box card trivia. Your hint is Panther. Rated rookie. Boom. Caleb got it. Good call. Chuba Hubbard. I'm telling you, the Panthers could be something this year. I like what they're doing. Bryce Young with a big comeback. Maybe I'm not going to put this up here because you know what? Then I'm going to keep on losing it. I'll put it up there every once in a while. All right, we'll move over to a little baseball. These are not dollar box. I think I have like 5 hockey cards. And they're probably all of one player right now. Pulled a whole bunch out of a dollar box or out of a big bulk box that was not very good. 87 Donruss. Angels. Little paler. Kreppy got it. Good call. Wally Joyner. Nice call. Not a dollar box. Much cheaper than a dollar box. But if you want the card, let me know. All right, we got some competition going. Got 5 people on the board. Got to go a little reverse style. David Justice. Oops. Put that person on the... I put that on the wrong one. Dan making a comeback. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. We're doing this card just because. Yeah, much better than Wordle, right? Another Atlanta Brave. Smolder. Skeen got it. But this is the reason I picked this card. Hey! I wonder if this is his favorite card. Like, hey! Come on, smile. And it's Top Stadium Club. They kind of did it. Hey! Did they tell a joke? That was Skeen. I'll try not to do that too much. I'm going to have to put like a faces of cards up. Hey! Oh! Card trivia. Padres. Smolder. Smolder. There it is. Smolder. This one's making me question my baseball knowledge. I was like, I think I know what you typed. That is correct. Another one with his mouth open. Like, hey, let's catch them as they're thinking. John Kruk on the Padres. Didn't he go to the Phillies for years? That's what I thought. I don't remember why. I forgot about that. That's why I'm looking at the card going, Padres. Kind of like Pete Crow Armstrong is going to be known for the Mets, but now he's going to be known for the Cubs. But he was an early Met. Easy. I think we went through some of these last time. I had a basketball stat here. Where did it go? Oh, I know. There could be some deals in here. I haven't went through. We'll do some dollar box card trivia on the basketball. Some of these will be hard. I'll try to skip over the... I don't even know who that person is, so we're not going to go with that one. Oh, yeah. So how it works on card trivia is the winner gets some PC cards from me. The winner of card trivia will get a plain white envelope when I send it off. So if you guys have been looking for a plain white envelope, it hasn't made it to you yet. So I apologize for the delay. The address is labeled and the card is in there, but I haven't put a stamp on it and put it in the mail. I figured I'd put them all together today. Because I also found out that I have a bonus day off today for my company, and I found out at about 5:30 last night. So I could have been sleeping today. But I wanted to get up and hang out with you fine folks. And because Ben's always so generous, why not put his Terry Bradshaw up here that he's been trying to get rid of? It'll be my postman. I put him in my mailbox right before the postman gets here. Just put a big fat stack of envelopes in there, and they'll snag them out of my mailbox for me. They love me. I'm sure not. But I give them a gift card at the end of the year, so. Smolder. Kind of looks like a freaking demon right there. Good Lord. I will never look at cards the same after doing this. Chet. Dan gets it. And that is a Gonzaga plain old Prism rookie card out of draft picks. And then if you want any of these cards, just say claim that card, and I'll throw it in a stack for you. Send you I almost just showed you the freaking card. And the name's right up on top, so that would have sucked. You got it. I'll throw it in your stack. I got you. And that won't cost you a dime. That's a good guess, but I'm not putting a Victor in a dollar box for extraterrestrial talent. This may help some if you're into basketball. Is Luka in this product? I don't remember seeing Luka in this product, to be honest. I appreciate the guess. Definitely in the news currently. Yes. That is SGA. Dan tied up with Skeen. The MVP this year. No, sorry, the last card. Shy was the MVP this year, not this one. Smolder. Here it comes. Here comes the Smolder. I wonder if he shaves his beard like that on purpose. Does that help anybody? I'm assuming we're not a big basketball crew here. Franz Wagner is correct. Franz Wagner. Wonder if he brought Hans with him. That was bad. I'm embarrassed for myself on that one. All right, we'll just run through a stack here, see if anybody wants some basketball cards. You can just claim last name. Magicians, Brandon Miller, Leonard Miller, Trace Jackson Davis on whatever variation that is. Klay Thompson, Juwan Howard, played at Michigan also. Zion Williams, this is some type of prism. Hakeem, not Akeem, one of the GOATs. Dino Raja on the Intimidations. Derek Fisher, Joe Dumars, Jet Howard, Chris Webber on the Finest, Julian Strother on the Pink, Clarence Weatherspoon on the Best, Chet on some sort of image variation. This is a Topps. Topps X? No idea. I don't remember getting that card. Bowman Chet, Rudy Gobert, Jaime Jaquez, Alonzo Mourning out of the College Uni, Jaquez, DeAndre Hunter, Taylor Hendricks on the arriving now. Let's see. Let's grab some football. Football. Here we go. Not a dollar box card trivia, just regular card trivia. Smolder. I know who I would have picked on that one. Smolder looks similar. That's who I would have picked too, but it is not. Bill Frederick is correct. That is Nick Bosa. Oops, wrong section. Create more work for myself over here. Let's just put all those cards back in the wrong box. That'll be fun. Oh, stop falling. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Stop it. Stop falling. Thank you. Oh, you get that point back that I scribbled off. I would call this one a little more difficult. But if you've been in a lot of football breaks lately, you may know. This year's Prism. Smolder. Ogden. Boom diggity. Introduced to Hall of Fame 2013. He was in the shot put. I can see that. He was able to shot put more than 63 feet. That's okay, isn't it? I would probably be able to get 5 feet these days. Oh, we got to switch up the screen. So there's Ben's always been generous to us. Feel free to share his Terry Bradshaw rookie up there. He's been trying to get rid of that one for a little bit. He's got a good price on that card too. I'm surprised it hasn't been picked up. Where is the chat? There it is. Oops. Garbage. Throw that out. Go back to the live. That's the Discord. Go back to the live. There we are. Your hint is New York. From this year, 2024 Top Scrum. Smolder. A lot of Smolder in these cards. Pennington, that's a great guess. I don't think he made the card cut though. Cribbit, Cherbrier, I knew what you meant. Good call. Bia Frederick coming back. Here we go. Here's another. I don't see if it says he's on the Hall of Fame yet. I would think so. Should be. It's one thing I don't follow, whether somebody several years ago, several people making it that I didn't follow. Your hint is Dallas. Smolder. Boom diggity. Dan on the board. Taking a sizable lead at this point. Are you? Oh, you are. Sorry, Skeen. Not a sizable lead. Dan is just up by one. I completely missed that. I got you. Not trying to not trying to leave you hanging there, guy. All good. Yeah, you got to call me out sometimes. You know, my mind, my brain sees what it wants to see. Up on the board, you shall see a Jason Dominguez. I want to say I had that where. Very nice, Jason Dominguez. And that is from. It's only yesterday that everybody sent me these, and I can't remember who sent me what. Andrew Goodwin. $4.49 is the listing. All right, here we go. New York. Smolder. Here it comes. Very hard to see the smolder. It's a good guess. Love Brandon Jacobs. It's not him, though. Staring at this card so long, it looked like he just winked at me. A little bit older. This makes him look a lot. Dane, correct. Ron Dane. They really do make that look pretty recent, though. B.O. Frederick on the board, unless I missed somebody get it before. Nope. All right. Now I got to go back and double check. We'll run through another stack of dollar cards quick. Got a little extra time today, so I'll go through these pretty quick. Back to card trivia. Star rookie on the James Jones. Packer great. Destroyed the Bears of many years. Tank Bigsby. This is out of the classics. Could be a stud this year for Jacksonville. Austin Eckler. What is this set? Limited. Pretty cool set and card. Andrew Luck on the Fire. This should probably end up in the 50-cent bin at some point. Justin Fields on the wild card Matt Premier out of Ohio State Uni. Gotcha. Set it to the side for you. I'll throw an extra one in there when I find another luck too, because it's more of a base card. Dan Marino, pinnacle passer. Dan Marino. Why did I think that was Warren Moon? Is he even 13? Stop looking through my phone. I can look over the top of my phone. Zay Flowers. Big play Zay. TJ Hawkinson out of the Iowa Uni. Sheldon Richardson rookie card. Jay Jetta. That is the premier level, I believe. Is that what that says? I got my squirrel sticker covering it up. I think it's premier level. Yeah, base. Javonte Williams. Will in the red, white, and blue. Will he be good for the Cowboys? Jerry Rice, Andre Reed out of the 90 leaders. Joe Montana, flashbacks, the 74. T. Higgins, turbocharged. Houday. These cards are always fun. Vikings, that's Culpepper. Chad Johnson, or Ocho Cinco, I don't know what, Chad Johnson on that one. Is that big play Zay? Yep. Zay Flowers. Quentin Johnston. Probably get cut. Better step it up in camp. Mario Bailey, rookie card. Adam Thielen. This is in the Vikes uniform. Dominators. Tyler Linenbaum. That's a red, white, and blue die cut. Christian Watson rookie card. Carr on the retirement. It's with the Raiders. Little Michael Vick. Christian Darrisaw. And Miles Murphy on the college ticket for Clemson. All right. Dollar Barks card trivia, back to football. Your hint is Colts. We'll switch up the slideshow again. Have my little advertisement back there. You got to be kidding me. Did you guys see the slideshow start working in the back? I forgot who it was. Hold on. Negative. All rage just steamed through my body when the slideshow started working back. Oh my god. The slideshow is working. And I did nothing. Maybe not. It's really bad photography, though. You can see my reflection. I think I might have to fire my photographer. All right, maybe it's not working. It does. It hates me. Where were we? Smolder. More recent. More modern. Buckner. There it is. What do you think is going to happen this year? Is Richardson going to get out of his baby ways? Is he going to be able to play? Daniel Jones will start. No kidding. That'll be interesting. That one's difficult. You know what? This one's can be pretty tough, but we may have some college people in here that'll be able to figure that one out. Pinnacle. Don't let the pinnacle throw you off. I think this is draft picks. One of the. Yeah, you think he'll be third stringer or practice squad? Ooh, that'll be interesting. I've seen a lot on the Giants picking Arch Manning, but that would make sense. Not Jacobs. The stance may throw you off. You may think he's a running back, but he's not. I think he's much bigger than this photo makes him out to be. What is he? I don't think he's a linebacker. I think he's an end. Why is that throwing me off? He was top 5 pick a couple years ago for Houston. Yep, Will Anderson. Well done, sir. Well done. No uniform on this one. This one may be easy, maybe difficult. Stud for a few big teams. The stat line may help too. Here comes the smolder. Skeen got it. Marcus Allen. It was kind of a big deal. He's one of my favorites back in the day, too. I think I had a poster up on my wall of him and Okoye. Okoye was actually my first PSA slab. When I got back into this, I had no graded cards whatsoever. And Okoye was the first one I picked up. That one's difficult. This one is medium difficulty. Did he only have 12 college starts? That's why he tapped out game last year. He's never going to live that down. I need to rest, coach. The Bucks. This one may be pretty hard. Smolder. Semi-smolder. This will probably help here in 1 minute. Probably not a running back. There you go. The belly gave it away, Vita. Sorry, buddy. He did slim down last year. A lot. There we go. B.R. Frederick got it. One. All right. One away from Skeen. And a few more away from Dan. Dan's 2 ahead right now. Here's the scorecard. As you can see, my chicken scratch is unbearable. Ooh, I like this card. This one will be fun. See if I can keep that one part covered up. Baseball. Boom diggity, Matt Williams. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. Tied up with Skeen, 2 away from Dan. Easy, easy. This one appears that it would be easy, but it's not. Because you got to go from the bottom up. Cha-ching. Squat. No smolder on this one. Nice. One away, and he's got to run some errands. So we will end card trivia at 8:30, and then I'll be able to stay on and do some dollar box pulls or a few, probably about 15 minutes or so. I do have a lot to do for tomorrow night's card show. Come see us tomorrow night. Tonight is Zebra Breaks. I can't remember if Ben said he was popping on for a little bit today to do a show. Zebra Breaks is tonight. And then tomorrow is Kara. And then I am on doing single shows. I may throw together a few mystery packs for tomorrow night. And I should have some stuff preloaded maybe today. We'll see. I got to go to the chiropractor and get adjusted because I jacked myself up by standing too long on concrete, I guess. Because, that's what happens. Man, I'm out of baseball cards over here to keep on showing. So we'll have to go back to these are probably better. Since we only have 5 more minutes, I'll do the dollar box card trivia. Almost every order comes with a squirrel sticker. I put those in every order. I have a ton of squirrel stickers around. So you get a squirrel sticker. And I tried, if I have like whatever sport somebody purchased, I have Star Wars stickers, football stickers. Yeah, I have a ton. It's great. My wife is the queen of finding stuff like that. She finds all of these, like, I put them all over the dollar box cards. If you haven't seen that. So whenever I have stacks of cards, whenever I know it's going to be a difficult one to know that was a dollar card, then I put a little squirrel sticker on the back. Oh, nice try. Not Calvin, though. Smolder. I probably would have bet that it was Calvin, but got my little hit there, huh? Williams, Jameson Williams. Another tie. Dan, they're catching up to you. This smolder may give it away. Here comes the smolder. Mikey coming in. That's your first point, Mikey? I thought you had one earlier. I may have forgot to write it down, though. Well done, well done. That is Fields. I would recognize that look anytime because that was his constant look getting sacked in Chicago. 4 minutes left. The countdown begins. The hint is color match. BR was first in chat. Yeah, I think I got that, didn't I? I think I gave the point to BR. Yeah, because BR tied, right? Yeah, on the last one, on Williams. Yeah, I gave it to BR. I probably said it wrong, though. Oh, with Fields? Oh, yeah. Son of a biscuit. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. We have a tie with Dan and BR. You would think that it would be easy to watch a chat and do cards, and they even stack on top of each other. But got you. Sorry about that. It's just my personal view of how I see things in life. I see what I want. Smolder? Yes, in many, many ways. Dan coming in saying, ha ha, you can't catch up to me, Brees Hall. With 2 minutes left, I'll try to do these a little quicker. That way we can completely make it competitive with 2 minutes. 1 minute left. Smolder. I think I know who you mean. Marino. MTV wins it all. Let's tear it down. I feel like there was just some autocorrect problems above. So double check your spelling before we get a little bit further. Dan with the point. That one player from Ace Ventura said that was the worst thing he ever came up. A-Chan. Laces out, Ventura. What a great show. You talk to the dolphin. Okay. Dan may. Oh, it is time. Dan actually had 10 points, so it wasn't. Missed one there. Here's your final of the day. Congratulations. You've won card trivia for the week. Yeah, I was wondering if that was. I saw Akante, Avante, and then BR Frederick said Amachi, and I'm like, oh, I think he's trying to. Yeah, Tom, well, you want a John Kruk card. So, but you may also win in life. No, all good. Yeah, I didn't. Typically, if it's pretty close, then I can just. But I didn't know if it was sounding out. Terrible performance from DC. You act like you're trying to work or something. I'm going to go through a few dollar box find. Dan, who do you PC? Do I already have that? You could be in the winners list already. I can't remember. All these usernames start to run together after a while. Colts Pacers. Sweet. Pacers are having a season, huh? Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Tyrese Halliburton says overrated. Overrated, really? You think I'm overrated? Player of the day, foil on the Dak Prescott. We'll do dollar picks if anybody's interested. Trey Tucker. That's weird. It's just a base card. I thought I saw a rookie shield. That's why it ended up in the dollar box. I was wondering why he had a rookie shield in the Phoenix because he wasn't a rookie. But I think I'm just being a squirrel like usual. Joey Bosa on the gold team rookie card. Now with the Buffalo Bills. Drew Brees on the illusions. Gives that foily look. Speaking of, if anybody wants a superfractor of Drew Brees, I have one. I do have it. One person interested for a son. Make it a trade going with him. San Diego Chargers, Melvin Gordon. That's a rookie card. This one's Allen Robinson. When he was with the Jags on the optic foil hollow, that one's actually out of $2.99. Allen Robinson kind of fell off. Steve Largent on the pink reactive or something. Marquise Brown, rookie card. That's when he was with the Sooners. That's out of what, Legacy? Yep, Legacy. Rashard Matthews. Lasery. Kind of looks like a Star Wars scene. I typically don't like these cards, but as I started looking through them and putting them up, like they are much cooler than I ever thought. Najee Harris could be a beast this year with the Chargers. Gardner Minshew on the cracked ice for, who is that, Wichita? Is that where he played? Is that East Carolina? Oh, Washington State. There we go. Michael Thomas on the game day Panini Contenders 2016. Natron Means, rising star. He was a stud. Montana, 90 Pro Bowl. This one's pretty cool. A little gold foil on Staubach. Played for the Navy. Elway. Peyton Manning. This one is a season ticket. Another Peyton back there with rookies and stars. like a twofer. CJ Stroud, Sunday Swag, Manning for Caleb. Thank you, thank you. You'll get both them cards included. And there's CJ. Did I already show that one? Sunday Swag, CJ. Kirk Cousins, call to arms. Somebody's going to have to call on his arm because Atlanta's not going to need him. DJ Henry on the red press proof. Or Derrick Henry. DJ Henry. Who? DJ Henry. Kirk Cousins, MVP. Kirk Cousins may end up in the 50-cent bin here very soon, too. It's going to have to be a big injury for somebody to... Speaking of big injury, Will Levis is going to have to get traded, too, I'm sure. Debo, turbocharged. Wendell Robinson. With a little force lightning there. Jaden Reed. Michael Pittman. Marvin Mims. Is that another Mims? Mims. Drake London on the rookie. I think he's going to have another great year. Him and Bijan both. They look great with Penix last year. Drake London had a good comeback year. London. DK Metcalf, who's going to have Rodgers thrown to him soon. Cooper Kupp, out of the old Pacific throwback. Marvin Jones Jr. Richard Sherman on the fire foil. Cam Chancellor, Seahawks Gladiators. Jadeveon Clowney. I think he's still playing somewhere too. I think he's in limbo where he's at. Chris Middleton. Magicians on the Brandon Miller. Patrick Ewing. This is one of those upper deck, some special whatever it is. I feel like GOAT puts up some of the same cards sometimes. We have some similar basketball cards. Wally Zerbiak. Haven't heard that name in a long time. Except when I go through the dollar box, of course. Little Fleer, Patrick Ewing. Khalif Battle. It's pink. I didn't even feel like looking him up. It could be good in college. I have no idea. Who's the Owls? Owls? Temple. Olivier Maxine Prosper did not have a lot of stuff going on his rookie year. Jalen Hood Schifino. Kobe Buffkin. John Stockton, one of the GOATs, an Olympic card. Malachi Branham, rookie card. Tony Kukoc, Chicago great. Benedict Mathurin, rated rookie. Yes, you could just claim. Doing dollar box claims right now. Donovan Mitchell. Shaquille Shaquille O'Neal on the 3D Jam. I have a stack here, so if there's something that you saw. The whole point is to start drinking coffee with us. All good. What's happening? I didn't even see you pop in. My coffee's getting cold because I've been talking too much. Which happens. Yeah, I've been joining a lot from work lately. Playing on the side, watching, doing some work. Derek Lively on the rookie card. Donovan Mitchell. Force Patrick Ewing. Latrell Sprewell on Upper Deck SP. So announcements tonight. Zebras going on for sure for Friday Night Slam, I think is what it's called tonight. And then I think Ben may be going on for a little bit. I can't remember if he said he had a couple things to clean up. I think V Friends needs to go. And then tomorrow night is Kara, followed up by me. I'll be on from 8 to 10 EST, I believe. Isaiah Livers, choker? Or was that earlier? Reggie Miller? Oh, Sprewell. Oh, yeah. He's the one that choked out the was it the referee or a coach? This is Isaiah Ryder on something fancy looking, but not. Can't remember what set this is. This is Tops MB. Coach. Yeah, I gotcha. Raging Rookies, Weber. I did love these cards. These were one of the cooler looking cards Skybox made. This one's a twofer. It's a Jason Kidd followed by, who would have thought that this guy who couldn't put on any weight whatsoever, Sean Bradley, wouldn't cut it in the NBA. Jason Kidd did, though. Dwight Howard, all Panini team. Brandon Miller, rookie card. I think that was right when I started, stop watching basketball a little bit because college got in the way. That's when I picked up watching wrestling instead. It was a big to-do in our dorm. We would get together every Monday night and Thursday night and watch when we weren't out at the bar. Fred VanVleet. Joel Embiid. That's a Prism Premier. Yeah, people saw height and was like, oh, he's going to be a blocking machine. Except we can push him out of the way and do anything we want to him. Manute Bol at least had some, I don't know, some inner strength or something. I may have to cut my screen out to charge because for some reason my computer is not charging with this other port. Let me see. Oh, it is now. There we go. It's not like my PowerPoint presentation is scrolling anyway. Now watch the PowerPoint. start working again. That would be amazing. I had technical difficulties earlier, and it's Ben, right? Let's see, did I get that? Did I remember this right this time? Brees Hall. Yep. All right. Alec Pierce. Will Levis, potential. I don't know about that. Daniel Jones on the red ticket. Dalton Kincaid and Zay, big play Zay. Rashad White, Bucky Irving may have ended his career early. Not ended. He's still backup, but embarrassed him. Bucky was great last year. Christian Watson, rookie card, rookie introductions. This is just a cool color match for a Packers fan on the Christian Watson. Green. Jalen Waddle, Alabama. Yeah, when Bradshaw had hair. Green Watson. B.R. Frederick, gotcha. Are you a Packers fan? B.R. Frederick, what's your PC? Are they actually going to pick up another wide receiver this year? Because they haven't done much yet, have they? They got one rookie. Oh, nice. Some of these, those two I just went through. Oh, did they draft two? That'll be good. That's why I think Marshawn Marshawn Lloyd and Jacobs, I think, are going to be phenomenal this year because I think they're gonna run the ball a lot. Jalen Waddle, that's a foilish recon. New Orleans Saints. I'm a big Bears fan, so it'll be good games this year for sure. I think it'll be 1-1. Each home team will be able to take each other down unless Johnson can work some pure miracles this year. Will Levis, this is on the composite face gallery. Trayvon Walker with them Jags first round pick. Yeah, so what happened, they brought the they knew they wanted a new stadium no matter what. So they brought in what's his name, Warren, to help with the stadium. So a couple years ago, they bought the old Arlington Heights track. Used to have a big horse track out there. They bought the land of that. And then the city of Chicago was like, oh, whoa. Like, so I don't know if you know this story, if I remember correctly. Lucas Van Ness. The Bears are one of the only stadiums that don't own their stadium. The Chicago Park District owns Soldier Field. And so they were trying to be like, all right, we need to stop paying all this rent. We need to do it a little differently here. And so Chicago said, no, we really want you on the lakefront again. And it sounds like those negotiations, they almost had them last year. And it sounded like they were going to be able to find a place either next to Soldier Field. But I'm assuming that all kind of crashed down because, Chicago is Chicago. It's a mess. And they announced that they are going to start breaking ground on Arlington Heights, which I think will be good because it's out of Chicago. if Chicago could never get their stuff together, Chicago's just going to turn into an armpit. Lucas Van Ness again. It's a little bit farther north. I mean, you're pretty close to O'Hare. Arlington Heights is just outside of O'Hare. So it's probably in traffic, probably, or with no traffic, I think it's more of like a 15, 20-minute drive. But a lot of train stops go in that area too. But I want to say Cicero's probably it's probably about 15 minutes too. Cicero's just west of Chicago. Joey Porter Jr. Yeah, especially Midway. Midway gets, oof. The south side down there gets a little rough. Typically, the O'Hare isn't too bad. There's a few spots around there. They have some really nice hotels that you can get, but yeah, it can be. Michael Thomas. What the? Whoa. I guess I have two of these. I'm like, somebody just claimed this. Caleb claimed this. And then I have, Oh, yeah, that's a little bit of a drive. Yeah, that's a long way. That would be miserable. Demarion Overshone. BJ Ojolari. Comeback this year? He was out with a knee injury last year. Either that or it's his brother. Get him mixed up. Yeah, that would be terrible. I've never been to, I still call it Comiskey Park, but U.S. Cellular, I don't even know what it's called now. JSN, that's a Bowman U first for Sea Chicken Star wide receiver. JSN, that's a ticket. A-Chain, guaranteed rate field. Yeah, I think that's right. Kyle Pitts, whose career has gone to the pits. Luke Schoonmaker. Megatron, Calvin Johnson. Mark Brunel. It's a little optic hollow. Eddie George, one of the greats. T.Y. Hilton rookie card. That is out of Topps Chrome. Dontavian Wicks, absolute rookie. Tom Brady, this is Michigan uniform. Tua Tagovailoa. Juju Smith-Schuster. Keenan Allen. Frank Gore. I would love to see Keenan Allen go back to the Chargers too, since we're not going to keep him. I'm a Keenan Allen fan. Sean Alexander. Peyton Manning on the Fleer something bonus. I don't know what that says. I don't even think that's even close to bonus, actually. If it's taking me that long, it's not that important. Anthony Richardson in the Gators uniform. Prestige. All right. BR Frederick, thank you for hanging out. Much appreciated. I'll hold this card for you. I'll put it to the side. I won't send an invoice out for a $1 box card. I'll just hold it. I got you. Enjoy work. Don't work too hard. Anthony Richardson. Aaron Rodgers, got game. That's in the Packers uni. Derrick Henry on the certified. Darius Davis. Keenan Allen on the hollow for the Chargers. Keenan Allen on the prism for the Chargers. Jordan Addison. These two, him and Jay Jetta, I saw a couple of reports where they're making the top 3 in wide receiver duos. Even though Jordan Addison has some off the field troubles, he is a very good wide receiver. Big plays A. Christian Kirk. I think he's now with Houston Texans. They're stacked at wide receiver. Not as stacked as Tampa Bay, though. Good Lord. Tampa Bay could be, if they get their defense under control, that secondary, they could be some force to be reckoned with this year. This is big plays day. Garrett Wilson. Curious to see how he'll do with Fields this year. George Pickens with the Cowboys now. Big plays A. Trevor, that's on the Premier. Jared Goff, I believe that's Premier also. CJ Stroud out of Bowman U. Trayvon Walker. Daniel Jones on the Gold Leaf All-American. Who did he play for? Is that Kentucky? I don't remember who he even played for. Duke. Thank you. Justin Fields on the Matt Rookie. White Premier. Noah Fant. Yeah, I don't watch the draft. I follow a little bit more on the big upcoming stars for card reasons coming into the draft now, but I can't commit myself. Trey Lance, hard telling who he'll end up. Trey Lance. But me knowing college players is not something, because so I figure I'm always all in. So if I started watching college football, then all my Saturdays and Sundays would be completely ruined. Trey Sermon. Quentin Johnston. All right, we'll probably wrap it up in about 5 minutes. Go through another stack that I have here. Quentin Johnston. Keyshawn Johnson. Josh Allen. Need to get some breakfast in me on top of the coffee. Cam Smith, Tony Pollard when he was with the Cowboys, Kendre Miller, Tyree Wilson, Devin White on the Captains, Najee Harris, rookie card out of Mosaic, Breece Hall on the rookie and stars rookie, Travis Etienne, has he been cut yet? Ty Chandler, man, Aaron Jones really took away from his shine last year. I thought he was going to be something, but he barely got in with Aaron Jones tearing it up. Sam Laporta on the rookie out of Prism. All right, that is that. I got one more stack here, actually. Just a few more basketball cards. Marcus Smart, Bilal Coulibaly, Jimmy Butler, and Ty Washington. All right, everybody. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Hopefully see some of you tomorrow night. I will be out for Saturday Night Fever. I'll get some preloads in today. If anybody wants to purchase ahead of time or get some pre-bids in, I'll make an announcement that they're all in. But appreciate everybody joining me for coffee and cards. Have a great Friday. And a great long weekend. Holla.